everyone, I'm Guicos. Today is Thursday, June 2nd? Yeah, I think it's the 2nd. Yeah. And I just got back from destroying everything in my room. I just got back from my second day of work and it's been long, it's been really tiring, but it's been absolutely amazing. But that is why I haven't really been posting any videos. I haven't even done any art. I haven't even drawn in like 2 days and I feel so guilty about it. It's like, I need to be drawing. But while I was waiting to start work, I've been like so anxious to get started. Like, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything. I just want to start working. But I kind of lied. I did it like a day ago, but it's been like days, 2 solid days since I've like done any real art. So I just got home. I'm still in my work clothes, got dressed all nice. But yeah, I'll talk more about it soon because I want to do a sketch chat and make myself draw. That's the plan. It's Independence Day weekend, so I plan on making myself art all weekend long. Look how fancy I look. Look at this. My mom totally hooked me up, got me work pants. Ooh, girl. Because I have no work clothes. But I do now because my mom is awesome. But I'm going to talk about that all now because we're going to sketch chat. I don't know what we're going to draw because I'm so tired, but we're going to figure it out. Alrighty then. So I totally freaking spilled my soda and nobody saw anything, so move along. Because I have no idea what I want to draw and I'm just gonna look through like things that I've saved on my Tumblr for inspiration. Somebody did ask me if I could do a video on like anatomy and stuff, and I still need a whole lot of practice with that myself. But I figured it wouldn't hurt if I kind of maybe explain how I go about drawing people or what's easier for me while I sketch, so you know I can break down my process and slap on this little disclaimer that I in no way, shape, or form am saying this is the only way to do it, this is the right way to do it, this is just how I do it. And I haven't drawn in 2 days, so I am just going to be, you know, getting back into the flow of things. But yeah, welcome to Sketch Chat. I'm Guicos and or Kiki and or Kirsten, and you're gonna have to forgive me because I'm very loopy-ish because I've been getting up at like 6:45 in the morning and starting my new job. Basically, I draw, well, before I just get into chitty-chatness, I break everything down into shapes. And Bobby Chu actually just put out a video about this, about, you know, exercises on drawing with shapes. And if you don't know who Bobby Chu is, he's a fantastic artist, and he is, I think he's the creator of Schoolism. And he has a lot of free videos that are on YouTube, and then other stuff where if you're not sure if you'd like to do art school, you can pay for like classes online, that sort of thing. But he has a lot of cool stuff, very talented, just search his up. But he did like a drawing exercise in which he was showing you how he drew with shapes, and it's, excuse me, it's an excellent exercise. But you can see that I break, I'm gonna do maybe portraits. I don't know if I'm gonna do full figures. We'll see how I'm doing. But I'm looking at pictures off of Tumblr that I saved of people, and this girl is very beautiful. I love her haircut. And yeah, but I'm just trying to loosen up. But you can see I break everything down. I put in my center line and, you know, just guidelines. Just try and sketch as lightly as possible. I am still even sketching way darker than I should be. That is one thing that I must work on, is sketching lighter than I do. But everything just starts out as a shape, kind of as a guide for where it's gonna go, just a general idea. We're not you know, nothing is set in stone, but we're just creating little guides for ourselves. She has an amazing haircut and she's a very beautiful girl. But I'm gonna try and stylize it a little bit. I don't like making things hyper realistic. Obviously I'm an illustrator, so I like stylizing things a bit. But I just basically draw the general shape of, you know, I go from circle, these are triangles, this is a triangle, this is, you know, this is a triangle right here, and then this is, you know, thin tube, the neck, the tube, cylinder, this is a triangle, that's a triangle. These I'm curving down, just motions, and you can get a, you know, feel for where things are gonna go. Make little smaller boxes or markers for almost like you're building a skeleton. I know Ursula Decay does this too. She actually draws almost a full skeleton under her drawing, and it helps you, you know, place everything properly without fully drawing it out. So you have an idea of where things are going to be before actually drawing it. I know a lot of people just go right into what they're doing and they draw it, and that wows and amazes me. Sometimes I do too, but for now, since I'm loosely sketching and I haven't drawn in quite a bit, I'm not very loose. This is something good to do if you're sketching and you're not loose like I am. It'll loosen you up a little bit, and it just helps you figure out where you're gonna go. But then I will go in and I will start to refine things, but you'll see I'll do it again and again. Even when I'm not drawing people, I always start with shapes and then work my way from there. But yeah, I do have a reference right now off screen. I just like I told you in the video where I find my inspiration from, in pictures that I find of people. Like right now, I'm not gonna turn her into a piece, so obviously, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, her being like, oh my gosh, you didn't make that, that's me, that's my picture. I'm just drawing a picture of her for practice, and that's perfectly fine. If you were going to use it for a piece, you always want to make sure that you credit where you got your inspiration. If you're using this, you know, you don't ever want to be on the bad end of taking something that is not yours. Yeah, that goes without saying, but I'm just gonna let you guys know just for the sake of it. But she got this really cool picture where like a strand of her hair is just going out, and it's so cool. I might exaggerate it a little bit, but I don't even have to. She's wicked awesome. But yeah, I started work on Wednesday, as some of you may know, and the company I'm working for is called Prima Bead. It is actually run by the Cousin Corporation of, I believe, America, and they're a smaller company, and they are the people who, Cousin Corporation actually are one of many manufacturers who make and distribute like jewelry to Joann's, Hobby Lobby, and Michael's Dole. Sorry, I've been getting up really early and I've been working, you know, 8 to 4:30, and my job is like 30 minutes away, so I have a drive too. So I've been woohoo, and I've been in meetings all day trying to learn. Basically, I have hardly even started my actual job portion. I have a lot to learn, obviously. They made a big investment in me. I'm going to be the graphic designer for Prima Bead's website, their social media, their emails, basically whatever they need. But I'm going to be their new graphic designer, not for like their products that are on the shelves, but of anything that they use for marketing. I'm part of their marketing team, and everybody is just delightful. I mean, I can't believe how lucky I am to have found them, and it's not like I found them first. Like, they're like my third or fourth job interview that I went to while I've been on my search. I've lost track. I've applied to so many places, and I've lost track of all the places that I have been looking at and applying to that I don't even, you know, I can't even tell you where I found them or when I applied to them. That's how many people I've applied to, but they're amazing. My boss is amazing. My marketing lead's amazing. My whole team is amazing. Everyone that I met, I've had the pleasure of meeting today and yesterday, which is basically what took up most, if not all, of my time today. I did do a little bit of designing. I did some jewelry making yesterday so I could learn about the product. It just, everybody is awesome. Everybody has a fantastic camaraderie and morale, and I'm just so lucky. Like, we've been just teasing each other, and it just feels so easy. It's not a tense work environment, and I've never like had that yet. I mean, yeah, I have to dress nicely, and thankfully my mother, like an utter doll, has helped me acquire a little bit of wardrobe. Some proper wardrobe for that, because as you guys know, I am truthfully a hobo, and they'll get to see that on casual day when they see me come in my true form, in my jeans and my t-shirt. But yeah, which is cool because there's Casual Friday, which is awesome, so I can be nice and comfy for a day. But yeah, so I've been able to come and look like a respectable human being. But it's been a whole lot of fun. I learned that on Halloween there's a costume contest, and they do like, you know, like picnics and parties, like all those, you know, fun things. And there's like the winner of the costume contest for Halloween gets like a free paid day off, and supposedly there's like a couple people who go all out. So I'm excited for that because Halloween is my fave. And I'm like, heck yeah, finally I'm gonna be around other people who love Halloween. And we've been making fun of my boss because apparently he had let it slip that, you know, he's afraid of Jurassic Park. Not dinosaurs, but Jurassic Park. Sorry, George, I'm telling the internet. Oh yeah, really cool. When they researched me, which, you know, be careful when you're job searching, or because people who research you are undoubtedly going to do a Google search. And I did think about it for a while because obviously I have a YouTube and my art is all over the place under my name, but I have nothing to hide. It's not like I'm doing anything bad on YouTube. Oh, look at me making art. Scandalous. But they actually really liked my YouTube channel. They were watching me my doodling dinos, and they were giving poor George a hard time saying, oh, I draw dinos, is he gonna be afraid of that? But we've been really running with that joke, and it's just, I can't tell you guys how awesome the place is. And it's been, you know, a lot for me to absorb and to take in these past 2 days. And thankfully, because of the Independence Day tomorrow, I have tomorrow off. So I have a nice 3-day weekend for my very first work weekend, which is very nice. So I kind of get some time to let everything absorb, which is great because I've been learning a lot in these few days, especially about the people that I'm going to work with, and that is utterly important. And so is continuing to sharpen your pencil as you go, so that, you know, you get a nice fine edge. Yeah. But yeah, so they had found my YouTube, and I was like, oh boy, and he was like, they actually, how funny this is, they might want me to help them with their YouTube, because they're like, oh, we've had our YouTube for 7 years, I think George said. And he's like, oh, we have, not 7 years, they had it, I don't know, maybe 5. But he said they had like 700 subscribers, and I was like, oh, that's great. And he's like, no, we've had 700 subscribers, and it's taken us 5 years. And he's like, and you've had your YouTube for like 2 months, and you have this many subscribers. So I might be doing more YouTube stuff, which is totally awesome. So YouTube has helped me again. That's so cool. And you guys, I can't believe it. Every day I log on and there's more people making comments and asking questions, which I love answering, and I apologize if it's taken me a while to get back to it because I am working all day and I cannot, you know, deviate from my work at my job. So I answer that when I can get home. Yesterday I came home and my dad was like, oh my gosh, he was like, okay, we're gonna go grocery shopping. And I was like, really? Really? We're gonna go grocery shopping? Okay. So I literally went grocery shopping with my dad, came home, ate, took a shower, and like, I think I watched like maybe a little bit of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and some Game Grumps, and I passed the hell out. I basically went to bed. So I apologize. I think I answered like a question or two, one on YouTube and one on Tumblr, but I'll definitely get to them when I can. And then today I've been really fortunate enough. George and Allison asked me to have lunch with them, and it was so cool. So it's like, yeah, I really love them and hanging out with them, and it's been a great place. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on catching up on art and other things. Hopefully, you know, I won't be as tired as time goes on. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep my art and YouTube activity consistent. Some days I might have to work overtime, and obviously that takes precedence, but yeah, I'm still here. I'm not gonna disappear at all, so don't worry about that. I am just, you know, bringing home the bacon and whatnot. But yeah, so I've just been, basically before I started work, I was so anxious to start that I didn't know what to do with myself. So I was like, oh my gosh, I need to be drawing, I need to be this, I need to be that. And I did like the monochromatic challenge that was going around on Instagram, and I'm glad I did it, because it is hard. Monochromatic is very hard, but like after the first, you were supposed to, for 7 days, pick a color each day or whatever, and then do a piece in just that color. After you do like the first 2 colors that you like, you're like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore. And it was hard, and I kind of got burnt out because I was like, oh man, I made a commitment, I didn't want to do it anymore. And I also at the same time didn't know what I was supposed to do with myself, because I was like really anxious about the job. So I I kind of like got burnt out from making myself do that challenge. And then I was like, oh my god, I don't want to do anything. And like now I'm like, when it comes to arting, I'm like, I have no idea what I should do. So that's why I'm just practicing, because that's another good thing. Like if you are trying to figure out what to do and nothing's really inspiring you, just arting for art's sake and practicing is always good. Yep. So yeah, I've had major art guilt from not arting in a while. 2 days, I know, so bad. I'm going to art jail. Someone take me away. But yeah, it's just been so much cool stuff. Everybody there is awesome. I'm gonna, you know, it'd be cool to help them out with their YouTube if that's something, you know, they start pursuing. What am I doing with this eyeball? But all of my coworkers are awesome. My job is gonna be awesome. I started making a couple designs for them today, and I'm gonna continue my training next week. And just, oh, today was cake day, you know, because I guess they were celebrating everybody's birthday. That was in June. That's right, that's what month it is June. So they just got 2 giant cakes for everybody that had a birthday in freaking June. And how awesome is that? So in between my meetings with the different staff, I snatched a piece of cake and I put it on my desk, and then I had some time before I had to go to the next one, and it was like, by then it was like 10 or 11, so I scarfed that cake because I was so hungry. My metabolism works really fast sometimes, but oh my gosh, it was a big mistake because of the pudding filling that was in the cake, or because I had an empty stomach and it was a lot of sugar. Who knows with my stomach? My stomach does whatever the hell it wants to. But it was a big mistake, because by the time I was in the middle of the interview with the social media girl, my stomach freaked itself out. I was like, oh no, please do not puke. And I didn't, but I have really bad acid. And then by the time poor Allison and George, they're like, hey, you want to have lunch with us? I'm like, yep. And they went to get Moe's, which if you guys don't know what Moe's is, I don't know how far they reach, but they're a taco place and I love tacos. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want tacos, but my throat's on fire right now. So I was like, I'll go with you, but I'm gonna just drink this ginger ale and pretend that I'm not gonna puke all over the place. So that was one, you know, downfall, my first little personal, I guess, hump, because my stomach gives me a lot of problems on a regular basis. My dad was like, oh, you shouldn't have told them about your stomach. And I was like, no, it's not like that. Because right away, of course, I'm just an honest, openly honest person. And I like, you know, which is probably naive of me to want to just think good of people right off the bat. And some people might assume, what am I doing? Why am I using my finger with this? Some people might assume, I don't know, what was it? When I was still looking for jobs, he told me maybe at my interviews, sometimes maybe I was being too nice. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, well, maybe some people are taking like you're wanting to please or whatever it is for, like, you know, take it in a bad manner. And I don't know. I don't know. At that point, I was ready to believe him, to be honest with you guys. But, you know, just be yourself, because eventually, I mean, look where I landed. I'm with a lot of people who enjoy who I am, and why wouldn't you want to be? And it took me a while. It took me a very long time. I didn't find this place very quickly, and I'm so lucky and so happy to have found them. Like, I'm like, is this real? Is this real life? But yeah, I told them, and Allison's like, don't worry about it, George and I have stomach problems too. And I was like, oh great. Because I mean, sooner or later, you know, if I'm gonna be working there all the time, my stomach is gonna act up eventually, and they're gonna see that I have tummy problems. So, but I guess my dad just, you know, you don't want to be like, oh great, we hired this chick and she has a bunch of tummy problems. But it's like, that's life. What are you gonna do? It's not like I want tummy problems. She has a cool shine in her eye right here. We'll color this in. Oh, it feels so good to be drawing. So good. She has some serious lashes that I'm gonna have fun with. But yeah, so I've just been learning the ropes at work. I still have a long way to go, but I'm really excited. It's a great place. I love that I can, you know, get up in the morning and not be dreading work, because, you know, more than anything, the people there are fantastic. And I'm doing graphic design, and that's a facet of art. And like, even I met the VP today, and he's like, oh, well, can you draw? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, well, can we use it for that? And George is like, if a job opens up, so I might even be doing drawing. I might even be doing YouTube stuff. Just, you never know. Just, so cool. So cool. I'm very excited, you know, for this new part of my life, and I can finally start saving to get my own place, and I'm obviously going to be making wonderful friends at this job. Everybody there is lovely. They are just wonderful people, and it's all good things. And thank you guys so much for supporting me. I read all your comments, even the ones that I can't respond to. I was like, so I haven't responded to you. It's for some reason there's like a setting on YouTube your account must have, because I respond to each and every one of you, and if I haven't, then I have missed the comment somehow. But you guys are just lovely people, and I appreciate all of your support and your enthusiasm and your excitement, and I extend it right back to you. I hope I wish the best for everyone, and everybody has a nice, you know, successful, you know, not an easy ride, but a nice ride and a learning process as they move towards what they want in life. All right, I won't get too sentimental, but oh, some other news. So I'm starting to save. for my own apartment. My friend Jennifer, who is a custom toy maker, clay maker, craft person, has graciously invited me to share half of her table at Big Bang Bazaar, which is an indie craft and art show in Orlando, and it's in August. So those of you who are in the Orlando area, I will be attending that convention with what I do not know yet, because it is an indie craft show slash art show. So I'm like, what the heck do I even, what do I bring to sell there? Obviously prints, but prints of what? I'm gonna bring some original art. That's another thing that I'm working on in the next month or so, is stuff to bring to that convention. If you guys have any ideas, if you've ever been to an indie craft show or convention, let me know what you guys think has been cool, or what you've wanted to purchase, or what you've seen people purchase. I appreciate your help and your feedback, and if you are going to be there, please come see me. I would love to see and meet you guys. Oh, she's a beautiful gal. I don't know, let me see if I can find out what her name is so I can tell you guys. It's Chick Jamation. It's Chick-Jamation on Tumblr, and she's beautiful lady. But I took her all from shapes. I built her up from shapes and then added on from there. Let's see if I can't find somebody else cool to draw. Let's find a guy. I've been really trying to, well, not with the monochromatic challenge. By the end of that challenge, I was a little upset because I think my pieces kind of suffered because I was concentrating more on trying to complete the challenge. But then at the same time I was being challenged. So it's cool, because on one hand I was being challenged to focus on values and create a piece with values, but on the other hand, the overall feel and I guess, you know, just the overall appeal of my piece, I think, suffered. But I don't regret doing the challenge at all. So you should never regret doing a challenge, because you've tried and you've learned, and it's important. You don't learn if you don't try new things, and so on and so forth. But I'm gonna stop momming you. Let's see. I'm trying to find something cool to draw that is probably a dude and maybe not a fan art thing. Nope, not gonna do fan art thing. Nope, not gonna do fan art thing. Gonna do a warm up thing. La 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 la. Sorry about that. Now I'm gonna take a drink of soda. Wow. Because I'm talking. I did a lot of talking today too, obviously, meeting a lot of people, but I had to let them obviously do the talking because they needed to tell me about what it was they were doing. This is just like a modeling picture that I found on Tumblr that I think I'm gonna turn into something else. So this is not what the actual reference picture looks like, but I'm gonna steal the guy's face. So once again, just basic shapes here and guidelines to find out where things are gonna go. Being very loose. I'm not really worried about anything at this stage. I might do a lot of changing, you know, not totally committing to anything just yet. But you do want to draw lightly. Foof. There's hair foof. Even with hair, I've noticed that, you know, you want to, and even now, like, I regret doing all those lines. I kind of wish I need to start, even when I put details into it, I need to start making my hair be, you know, dividing it into shapes. There's a lot I need to work on. It's hard. That's like, you know, you have to remember, it's like, okay, well, I need to do that, but at the same time, I'm also just trying to draw at all because I haven't drawn in a while, and excuses, and furthermore, excuses. but I plan on at least making one other video this weekend and doing either some personal art or just for the sake of arting, or some art for that show. I'm still really indecisive about that show and what to make for that, but I do need to get on that and toot sweet because it is in August and I want to have stuff ready. I don't want to be rushing to get things going for that because that is not smart. Yep, you can basically see where I'm gonna put the stuff and things. And the top of the ear usually is where the brow is gonna be, and the bottom of the ear is where the bottom of the eyes are gonna be. Here's the two stoop, and nose. She's gonna have a long nose, and mouth, and then hairline. Guys have like foop, 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 foop. Yeah, you speak foop, don't you? Thank you guys so much for all the followers you've given me in this past week. I can't believe it. Like, I'm still frustrated that I don't yet have the proper equipment, and I won't be getting it for some time because it's gonna take me about 2 months to safely save to move out, and I apologize, but that is my top priority. I know some of you might be like, oh, why would you want to do that? You don't have to pay any bills. It is time for me to leave the nest. It is time for me to be a responsible adult and find my own way and do what I want with my life. It is time. And I need to create and establish an environment that is positive and conducive to the lifestyle that I want to lead, and surround myself with people who support me and make me feel good, blah blah blah. I've explained this, but yeah, that is a priority for me, not only personally but for health reasons as well. So yeah, it'll be about 2 months until I can safely move, but after that, and I've moved, I mean, I really don't need a whole lot. I have all of my furniture for my room, and if Ari, my best friend Ursula Decay, comes to live with me, she can have the second bedroom, and if not, that will be my studio / video room. Yay! But yeah, that is a camera, a very nice camera. I don't know what to get yet, and like an editing system and just a complete setup it's right on the list, right after apartment. It's on there, I promise. If you guys have any recommendations for like software or camera, obviously I'm gonna do research. I've already started to do research, but if you guys personally know of things that you would recommend, let me know. I tried using Adobe Premiere Pro, and I probably need more time with it, but I don't know if it's because I'm a dumb, but it was just, for whatever reason, it wasn't user friendly to me. I don't know, maybe I'm silly and I need simplistic buttons where it's like, this, do the thing. So, I don't know, I'll be doing more research for that. And why is this nose so hard? Noses are weird. Noses are very weird. A weird thing on the boobs. So let's see. So you know that this is the indent where the eye is. Nose goes in, and it goes out. You have a bone that is right here. And then you have where the nostril comes in. There's a space where it goes back to the skin. There's the area that is technically under. There's the side. See how I broke that down into shapes? So even, and then I'm making the lines to see where it's like shaded in. So this part is under the nose. He's got a nice big nose. It's fine. It's okay. Still like your buddy. And then cheekbone. And chin. What was I talking about as I got off subject for the 80th time? I apologize, guys. I do that. I will start talking about something and then I completely go off subject and then that's it. That's it for me. And that's how I roll. And if that happens, and it probably has happened, it will continue to happen. I apologize. But it is the way. It is my way. Oh, he's a pretty boy. No. He's gonna have a crown though, because he has a crown in this really cool picture. It's a picture of a model on Tumblr. I have no idea who it is or what it's for, but I really like him and I'm taking my own little style and twist and vibe with him, but I need a just total and utter practice with people. Let's see. Needs to be a good spark here. Pound. Sorry, I got into the drawing. But yeah, as soon as I get a place, and I gotta move closer to work too, because I'm about a half hour away, and it's the trap. I'm already like, I just filled up my tank yesterday, and I am down a whole notch. There's a term for that, but I'm tired. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is right now. It kind of sucked because after going to all of the meetings and meeting everybody, and then they were like, okay, hey, we have a design for you, and I was like, great, finally, awesome, and I want to prove myself and I want to start designing. But like, I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to like come up with a design, and my brain was like SpaghettiOs. I was like, shit. So it took me a while. I had to sit there and I had to play with the design for a little bit, but eventually, obviously, it started coming to me and I started, you know, loosening up a little bit. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm Play-Doh. My mind is Play-Doh right now. No, we'll give him. No. The other guy, I just drew a demon dude and he had pointy ears too. My automatic thing with dude is like, I'll be like, oh, I know what'll make him cool. Pointy ears. I'm sorry. Does he have any piercings? No. He doesn't need them. He's cool without them. Alright. Ears are also really weird. Totally weird. Just, the human body is weird. We've got some serious anatomy auditory. Then he's gonna need a mouth. He's gonna need a mouth for eating cake. So yeah, I advise you guys, if you have an empty stomach, don't eat cake, because it might F you up. It effed me up so bad, and I was in the middle of the workday and I was like, no, not now, please. Thankfully, after I put a sandwich and some ginger ale in me, I was okay, but I could have, that was really lucky. That was fortunate that happened, because sometimes that is not the case. Oh yeah, I'm 25, but my stomach is 52. Something like that. Mouth. How do guy mouth without giving him big luscious lips? Well, I don't give them, I don't really like show the top lip, because if you do, that immediately makes them girly. It's just like if you draw, you can't like show too many lines on a girl's face or you'll make her look old. But if you're gonna draw his lip, the easiest thing for me is to not do, like, obviously here I drew because I want to show that she has big lips, is to not, you know, show the upper lip. Unless of course you're gonna shoot it. Sometimes you can, like, that's another thing, I haven't figured out how to show it without it looking weird. Obviously there's a way to do it because people do it, but this is where that disclaimer comes in, and I say, hey, remember I told you I don't necessarily know how to draw everything the right way as it should be. This is just how I do it. And you guys are like, oh man, you're a flawed human being. What the hell? What gives, bruh? I don't know. I'm excited that I lucked out that my first weekend off is a 3-day weekend, so I get to do art. And you know what, I think I'm gonna play some video games too. I'm really excited. Ari and I, oh my gosh, we've been messing around in Grand Theft Auto, and like, oh my goodness, we've been like making ridiculous things with our characters. Grand Theft Auto is like, it's awesome, and it's so bad for you at the same time, because like you play too long and you're like, then you start thinking, maybe that's just me, maybe that's just me being crazy, but I start thinking like, oh yeah, in the real world I'm gonna take this guy's stuff and I'm gonna take his car, and like, no, Kiki, no, you can't do that. Oh gosh. But we were like, oh my gosh, I had no idea, and call me naive, whatever you want to do, but like I had no idea that if you make your character a girl, which I do just because default I'm a girl. I know plenty of guys play as girls and so on and so forth, but yeah, he has a crooked crown now because I fucking said so. Maybe they're horns that come out of his head. Maybe he was born this way. Don't judge him. But like, Ari's brothers were making their avatar be a girl, so dudes online would like give them money, and I think that's freaking hilarious. And it's so funny because like you would think that that's like the stereotype. It's like, oh, that's how girls are in real life, and that's why guys think. But it's like this is guys doing that. So I just think that's utterly hilarious. And it's like the brothers were telling us, they're like, oh yeah, have a guy character, and like they go on like fake Grand Theft Auto dates to get like Grand Theft Auto money from dudes and pretend like they're girls. I just thought that was hilarious. I was dying. And this dude came up and he wanted to play with Ari and I, and he was just giving us, well, most of the time everybody just wants to kill you. It's like, dude, just, I know that's the point of Grand Theft Auto, is like killing everybody. And it's fun, but when you're trying to actually like get something done, or like, you know, you're minding your own damn business and then someone's like, ah, blah, blah, that is utterly annoying, but whatever. That's, you can always just play in a special place, which is, you know, which roughly translates to a private a private server. I know talk. I do talk. This is supposed to be a crown, but now it's a thing. It's an implication. It's an implied thing, and he has thorns in his head. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know what I do. We're gonna make it look like I intended to make it. I did this on purpose, you guys. What are you talking about? Oh, it's shattered. Shattered like his life, like the dreams. I don't know. I'm a silly, silly head, so just pay no mind to me. Oh look, it's moving, it's flow. But yeah, now I'm all loosened up. Woohoo! Okay, should we? No, I don't know if I should ink this. It's already been 43 minutes, and I have a low battery. Maybe we can ink one. Maybe. Let's see how fast we are. Okay, I'm gonna use my purple Faber-Castell PITT Artist Pen because just to change it up for something different. Something fun, something new. Alright. But yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun weekend. And my sister's birthday is on Monday, which, you know, obviously I'm gonna have to go to after work, but I already got her a present today, so I don't have to worry about doing that on Monday. How to talk and draw at the same time. Now, this is an interesting brush pen. As you can see, it's not incredibly fine. It's very felty, so this is different than the brush pen. Well, this is a brush pen. I mean, a hem. This is different than the... I'm so sorry. This is different than the Pentel brush that I've normally been using on all of my things. And I also need to remember to slow down when I ink, because the slower I go, the better my stuff comes out. You take your time. Like, I think the natural flow of things is we want to like try and go fast, like I was being really fast and loose with my sketch, but you can't be with, you know, like the pen. It's different. I mean, you do whatever you want, but once again, this is how I do things. This is how it works for me. I wonder if my head's in the way. If it is, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be close. But yeah, I plan to just, you know, things have been going great for me. Thank you all for your wishes and your encouragement and your following. I'm going to continue to put out videos as I can. Obviously, I just, you know, I said my job comes first, and I will be upgrading my equipment as soon as I can, and trying to come up with cooler videos. And when I say cooler videos, I mean like better editing. I'm still learning. I'll figure things out. But yeah. So yeah, I haven't forgot about you guys, and I never shall. But hopefully it'll just take me those 2 months that I have planned, and I can get myself a place and we can get going and have some cool stuff on this channel. And I don't know, just I'm excited for good things. Good things. I'm trying to not rush, but then at the same time, I know my battery is running out. And this is so much different than using the PITT Artist Pen. It's very spongy. The point is not as fine, but whoops, done messed up. I'm sorry. The point is not as fine, and I'm still getting a cool purple color, I guess. That's what I'm sacrificing for not having a fine line. Purple. I wish that they made Pentel did I'll fix it later. I wish they did colored pens for like their brush pens. They probably do, and I'm sounding like an idiot right now. But if they do, then I don't know that. But that would be awesome. They're still pretty cool. I bet if I was lining something bigger, obviously I work really small because I'm crazy, but I just like drawing smaller. It would probably work better for me. But this is just a warm-up, so I'm not stressing over anything. This is just to get back into the feel of drawing and for practice. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go quiet. I'm trying to concentrate. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think I've gotten to the point where I don't know when to talk. It's funny, they were telling me, a lot of people, when they're telling me they saw my channel, they're like, I don't know how you talk for so long. And it's kind of, I guess I'm just like talking to myself. I'm really not talking to myself, I'm talking to you guys. But I guess I explained it to George, my manager, this way. I'm not on a normal basis like talking to community that I would like to be, like, you know, and as if you guys were here. So this is like my way of doing that. Like, I'm sharing actively and communicating, by which, you know, I'm making these videos. So I'm getting the interaction that I wouldn't, as if, you know, you guys were actually here, and to me you are. You know, as if I wasn't at a classroom and talking to people, and, you know, so this is how it is. Instead I'm talking to you. So I'm just, you know, treating it as if, you know, you guys were actually here in front of me, and I am talking to you. And I guess it's as, you know, much as you guys may be enjoying it, I am too, and it's helpful to me too. And I can't tell you how awesome your comments and, you know, your subscriptions and your words and your support means to me, because it's our community that I don't have physically, but that's okay. I'll take it any way I can get it. I'm not gonna complain. You guys are utterly awesome. And yeah, I guess it's not hard when, you know, I'm not viewing it as me talking in front of a camera. I'm viewing it as me talking to people, because I am. Oh my gosh, I hope that camera did not pick up the noise my stomach just made. But I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat after this. But yeah, that's how I just draw people, even if I'm not warming up. I get the general shapes, and then I continue from there. And then I sign right here. Gleek! Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sitting and drawing and listening to me babble and chatting with me. You guys are totally freaking awesome. And, you know, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm gonna try and make more videos for you guys this weekend and pump out some more art. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome weekend and a safe 4th of July. Bye-bye.